Good evening. Good evening. Come on in. Come on in. I got some technology goodies I think that everyone could benefit from. Hope that you're having a good evening. This is a impromptu live, but I have some technology tools, some quick ones that I think everybody could benefit from. So stay tuned for some good content. Come on in. I hope that you're doing well. And tonight I want to share some quick tools that can help everybody. Good evening. Good evening. Dr. Sewell, good evening. I hope you're doing well. So some technology tools that I think everybody could benefit from students to working professionals to seniors to everybody, just a few that help me in my everyday life that I think would be a benefit from you. We're broadcasting live on my Facebook page, and we're also on Farmer Tech Group as well, and hope that this is going to be some good information for you. So hope that you have had a good day, and I hope that these tools, these goodies, I call them my tech goodies, these quick tech goodies will be of help to you. So I want to share with you just a few in just a few minutes. So all of us in some way are using Google Chrome or google.com to search or to find information. But Google, if you did not know, Google has a wealth of tools that can help to make your life a lot more productive, a lot easier, a lot more efficient. And here are just a few that I want to share with you, especially for those who like to save money. I know all of us like to save money like I do. I know for many, there is the struggle of keeping up with passwords. And I'm going to show you a couple of tools that can help you with that. Also, if you're trying to stay organized and keep up with information, yes, I love to save money. I see you in the chat. Also, some tools that can help you. Passwords. They do get on my nerves too. If you are trying to stay focused while you work, some tools if you want to get some videos and get them from YouTube. I know several people have asked, well, how do I download videos from YouTube? So tonight is just what I call my book bag night. Just some things I'm pulling out of my book bag that I think can help not only the church community, but that can help everybody. So let me go ahead and get started. So I'm just going to share on my screen a couple of these, and you can explore them in your own time. But I use Google extensions quite a bit to help me along the way with managing time, the gamut of things. So here are a couple of Google extensions. If you're not using Google extensions, you're missing out. So I'm going to share with you some that will help to enhance your life. And so Google extensions are things that you can add if you use Google Chrome as your browser for the internet that can help to enhance your experience. And Google extensions can be downloaded from the Google Web Store. All you have to do, go to google.com, type in Google Web Store, and all of these extensions that I'll share with you tonight, you can add them to your Google Chrome for your browsing, your experience while you're online. For those of you whom I've not had the chance to connect with, my name is Timothy Farmer, and I am your Technovangelist. And here are my favorite Google extensions. So here we go. My first Google extension that, again, you can get, and all of these are free. All of these are free 99. So my first and favorite Google extension is called, and many of you may have heard of it before, it is called Honey. With Honey, you can, as you check out online on many websites, if you have the Honey Google extension added to your Chrome browser, it will show you for whatever item you are purchasing, all of the coupons. You know how I ask you at the end when you're buying something online, if you have a coupon code? Well, if you have the Honey extension added to your Google Chrome browser, it will pull up all of the coupons and the promo codes that relate to whatever you're purchasing so you can get a discount on whatever you're buying online. That is Honey. Honey will save you money, and sometimes it will find discounts and savings and coupons that will drastically reduce the cost of whatever you're buying. Honey. If you don't have it, again, at the Chrome Web Store, add this to your Chrome web browser. All right. So that's Honey. Another great Chrome extension is, if you're like me, it takes a list to keep me organized. It takes a list to help me to stay on top of things that I need to do. Another great tool that you can add to your Google Chrome browser that you can use every day, all the time, is called Google Keep. Google Keep is an online to-do list tool that not only allows you to create lists, but those lists are interactive. For example, if you have a grocery list, a shopping list, and you have a store that you shop at regularly, when you add things to your grocery list on Keep, as you drive past that grocery store, it will remind you, hey, don't forget to pick up salad lettuce, or don't forget to pick up soap, or don't forget to pick up apples. It will remind you from that Google Keep list that you have added to your Google Chrome to help you to stay organized, and it will keep you on top of things. Even if you have dry cleaning on your list, when you pass by the dry cleaners, it will remind you, hey, your dry cleaning is ready, or don't forget to pick up your dry cleaning. All of that that is a feature of Google Keep. So in the chat, someone agreed with me that passwords are a challenge. Passwords are something that's an issue for many of us to keep up with there being so many different passwords and so many different ways that different websites require for those passwords to be generated. So there is an extension. Again, this is free as well. It is called LastPass, LAST. This is the symbol that you'll see once you go to the Chrome Web Store, but it is LASTPASS, LastPass. With LastPass, it will help you to keep and manage all of your passwords that you use when you're on Google Chrome for whatever website that you're logging in that requires a username and password. LastPass. And LastPass also helps you, and it reminds you if a certain password needs to be changed because it's been compromised or it's too weak. It will manage those settings for you to help you to know when it's time to change a password that might not be as strong as it could be. So that's LastPass. Another great Chrome extension, if you're trying to stay focused at work. For many, you may start working and then 30 minutes into your work, Facebook pop-ups and Amazon, the website for shopping for clothes or wherever you like to go, takes you away from your work. So there is a Google extension called BlockSite. BlockSite will take websites that maybe you go to when you don't need while you're working, and it will lock those down for a certain time period that you set to keep you focused on the work that you might need to get done. So that way you won't veer off into places or websites that will deter you from what you're trying to get done. BlockSite also keeps up with websites that might be, it kind of keeps a history of sites that may keep you from being productive and getting you distracted. And you can set the times for when you want BlockSite to be activated, so that way you can stay focused on whatever task at hand. This is great for students as well. Another great tool for students that I use all the time, this is called, and this is an extension of Google Chrome. And all of these that I'm sharing, if you're coming on just now, I'm sharing with you Google Chrome extensions that are free that you can add to Google Chrome to help you be more productive and efficient in your everyday life. So one I use all the time because it helps me to hear if I've written a paper or I've written a sermon or any document. If I can hear it, then I can listen out. It will help me to identify any grammatical errors, any type of misspellings. And if I hear it, then I can go back and I can change it. Sometimes when I read it, it doesn't, I don't capture it at that point. But when I actually hear it, I'll be able to pick up and go back and change it. So this extension is called Speechify. What Speechify will do, whatever you have written or whatever you want to be read to you, it will take that content and read it to you so that you can hear if it's an article that you want read to you, or if it's something that you have written, such as an email, and you can have that email read back to you so that you can hear it. Because sometimes when you hear, however it has been written, the message may come across a totally different way, or you'll catch grammatical or spelling errors. Speechify. So this is a great one, again, for students. As a graduate student, it helps me a whole lot to be able to hear what I've written. Even for sermon preparation, it helps me to hear what I've written in order to ensure that I'm conveying the message that I want to be said. Another one, if you're wanting to capture your screen, record a screenshot, or if you want to record a video of your screen, let's say you want to teach or demonstrate something to someone, Screencastify is a great free Google extension that lets you take quick screenshots, not only of the entire screen, but if you want to take a screenshot of a certain portion of the screen, then Screencastify as a free Google extension. Yes, Danielle, you can't go wrong with Screencastify. Screencastify will change your life as far as getting clips of content and then putting it in an email, or again, if you're recording a video, you're demonstrating something, then you can include that, capture it, put it in an email, save it to your computer, and then use it as you need for future purposes. Screencastify. Another one, if you are a student, several of these are great for students. If you need to quickly be able to get articles or references or books, Google Scholar. Google Scholar is a Chrome extension that will help students not only to get articles, but it also helps to correctly reference those publications. Again, articles, it could be books, it could be content online, it could be a PDF that's found online. Google Scholar will help students or anyone who's looking to do some research, to gather that information and correctly cite it using that Google Chrome extension. A few more. Another one is Momentum. So Momentum, again, if you are a to-do list person, Momentum is a Chrome extension that will let you have a to-do list, and every time you open Chrome and every time you open a new tab, that to-do list will pop up. And then as things are eliminated from that to-do list, you can add it to the next day's to-do list. So when you open up your computer and go to Chrome, the things that weren't completed the day before will appear as things to complete today or the next day. Of course, many of us have heard of Grammarly as a way to help correct information or content that you type. Grammarly is free. It does have a subscription for higher and advanced levels of the tool, but the free version lets you scan over emails to ensure that they're grammatically correct, scan over papers, scan over sermons to ensure that they're grammatically correct as well. And it will give you recommendations of how to shorten sentences to make them more succinct, as well as help to ensure that the grammar and the spelling are correct. If you need to be able to record or get a video from Vimeo, from YouTube, and there are many sites out there that will convert those from YouTube format to MP4, but to have a quick way to be able to download a video from Vimeo or from YouTube is to add the video downloader. It also works for other social media platforms such as Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram to download videos that you might want to add to a presentation. One of the things I hate as a presenter who has to do PowerPoints and presentations quite a bit is to have a YouTube video that does not play because the internet is down where I'm presenting. I'd rather download that video than add it to my presentation. When I download it and add it to my presentation, hey Heather, it ensures that it plays when I am presenting that content, and I don't have to worry about the internet. And so having that video loader lets me be able to download my content and add it to a presentation. Right. One of my favorite, and all of these are my favorite, but this is really my favorite, Chrome Remote Desktop. So as many of you know, I refer to my parents as children, my two children, my senior citizen children. And so what I do with Chrome Remote Desktop, they live in St. Louis, I live in Atlanta. What Chrome Remote Desktop allows me to do, and years ago, this was a service that you had to pay thousands of dollars to do, was to be able to remote into another computer. With Chrome Remote Desktop for free, with this extension on the other computer, you can remote into another computer easily without experiencing a cost to be able to do that. So what does that look like? So let's say I need to support my parents on how to use a certain website or how to log on to Zoom for their Bible study class. And if they're having difficulty with Chrome Remote Desktop on my computer and on theirs, at any time they say, hey, I need help with you showing me how to do this, I can click Chrome Remote Desktop, log into their computer. Not only can I see their screen, but I can control their screen while I am using this extension. So Chrome Remote Desktop has helped in a lot of situations, not only with my parents, but with others that I support, to be able to quickly get into their computer to help see the issue that they have going on, and not only to see the issue, but also to help with getting them on the right track. Forest is another tool to help stay focused, similar to Momentum, and also BlockSite. Let me make sure that I didn't miss any. Another one, Panic Button. So let's say you're in a meeting and you have the tabs for Amazon, CNN, ESPN. You have the site for Toys R Us because you're doing some Christmas shopping while you're supposed to be paying attention to the presentation, but you have all of these tabs open, right? With Panic Button, if someone walks past you whom you don't want to see those tabs open, you can use the Panic Button and it will collapse immediately all of those tabs. And then once they pass by, you can click it again and all of those tabs will reappear. So it's pretty cool. So Panic Button. But of course, all of us are paying attention when we're in meetings. We're not looking at other websites and not being focused. I know, right? But just in case, Panic Button is a tool that you can use. And then lastly, and I'm sure all of us have one, but if we don't, make sure that you create yourself. That's your homework for tonight. If you don't have it, create a Bitmoji for yourself. Now you have to use the app on your mobile device first, but if you want to use your Bitmoji in emails, or if you want to use your Bitmojis on social media, having the Bitmoji extension makes it a lot easier for you to incorporate it online or in content that's on your computer. So that's the Bitmoji app. And I believe I've covered all of my favorites. So these are Google Chrome extensions. These, I believe, they have helped me to be more productive. I wanted to take this time to share them with you. I hope that they are helpful to you, no matter if you're a student or if you're a working professional, if you're a senior citizen. All of us, or many of us, are using Google Chrome. So why not take these free tools and add them to what you do to help you to be better at it? So this is Timothy Farmer, your Technovangelist. I hope this has been helpful for you. Please feel free, if you are inclined, to share this with others so that they can benefit from these tools as well.